I'm Suzette Salandi, and this is Putting Power in Your Purpose. I'm thrilled today because we are featuring our Young Dreamers segment, and I have here two wonderful business owners, Ryan Salandi and Shanae Hurt.
Hi.
Made my way to a show. As I'm changing the glow, I made it my own. I'm great and I know. Now I'm ready to go. Motivation all over the coast. Got my faith in my soul. The greatest will grow. Now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now I'm ready to go.
Guys, I want to say welcome to you both for taking the time out and talking a little bit about your dreams. This is our Young Dreamers Academy segment, and I think there's a lot of young people out there that would love to hear, when did you know you wanted to pursue photography as your dream, Shanae?
I think my breaking point in knowing that I wanted to pursue photography was when I took a Photoshop class in high school. We had to go outside and actually take pictures of different sceneries. I just liked the lighting of it and learning the different angles. And I think that's where I really learned that I love photography.
Okay, and that's when you sort of knew you had a passion as well for it?
Yes.
Because I think part of pursuing your dreams is knowing what that passion is, and just taking pictures. Now, as far as photography goes, there's a certain amount of looking at faces and elements,
Right. Yes.
So is that something that you really enjoy doing?
I do. I like being able to actually study beforehand, knowing what I'm going to take pictures of and trying to compose it into something else. Like, I want them to know that they're gonna get the best of what they're gonna get. So for me, it's gonna be a really good picture.
Yeah. Okay. And that's art.
Yes,
truly,
it's
when
art.
When it comes to life. Yeah. And Ryan, aka Rye, when did you know you wanted to pursue your dream?
I mean, ever since I was in elementary school, I knew that I always had a thing for putting words together. If I knew words rhymed, I would try to see how many rhyming words I could put together at once, and then I just started writing, and then eventually I was like, you know what, let me put it over a beat and see how it sounds. And I like the way it sounds, so I started practicing it as I got older, and then the more I started to enjoy it, the more I started to practice it, and then a rapper was born. And yeah, that's how it all started.
So you started since elementary school, you said, and I know you did a lot of performing in shows and things like that.
Yep.
And then also part of Rye Productions is not just about the music piece, you also do the videos and the editing.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Just because I couldn't find anybody else to do it.
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So
tried to do it myself.
You just combine it and Rye Productions immerse.
Yep.
Yeah. There's people watching saying, what advice could you give young dreamers out there? What would be some of the things that you could tell them? If you had one thing to share with them, Shanae, about pursuing your dream.
I'll definitely say be patient with it because nothing comes overnight. It's gonna take some time. Like, I'm into my first year and I'm still learning stuff. I'm still getting my photography business together, so it's gonna take time.
Yeah. And if you have a passion for it, you're gonna keep doing it. Right. And what about you, Ryan? What would you say to someone, about pursuing their dreams?
I would just say, be honest with yourself. Don't look at anybody else. Don't try to imitate anybody. And just, like she said, just be patient. Just, run your course and stay focused and focus on things that are important. Don't get sidetracked. Just keep your eyes on what's important. And literally the only way you fail is if you give up. That's the only way you'll fail.
Yeah, failure's not an option, as they often say.
Yeah.
Most young people don't even know what their dreams are. Even at a certain age, as you get older, it's still trying to figure it out. But you seem to kind of know what that is. With that said, share with me one thing about yourself that most people want to know.
I'm a foodie.
I take
pictures of food. I love cooking good food. I love
Okay.
eating good food. And my mom, I asked my mom earlier, because I couldn't think of anything to think, and she said, "You even like food when you were a baby. Like that was the only thing you basically asked for is food." So.
Yeah. So making food not only look appetizing, but you like to taste it to make sure it's appetizing,
Yes.
which is great, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. And what about you, Ryan?
Well, in terms of like my gift, I went through an experience where God literally showed me that me rapping is not just, it's more than me just throwing some words together. It's actually a God-given gift. My gift is from God, because there was a point in time where I almost felt like it was a permanent writer's block, and it was a point in time where I couldn't write anything, and I wasn't sure what was going on, but I just feel like God was just telling me, wait, you gotta wait, and I was under so much emotional stress, and I wanted to put it into the music, and I wasn't sure what was going on, so I prayed on it, and God was like, you gotta wait, in due time, prophecy told me to wait, so I waited, and then gradually I started making more music again, and I feel like that's just if ever I get too ahead of myself, God will be like, wait,
Yeah.
let's not forget how you got this gift and who can take it away from you.
Gotcha.
So, and that's something that nobody really knows.
Yeah,
So,
that's really profound, and so thank you for sharing that insight about yourself that most people would not know. We've been getting a lot of viewer questions from you, and so if you don't mind, I'd like to share some of those questions. So we're going to be having some viewer questions, and we'll be back in a moment. So stick around.
Inspire folks to be better, well that's what Susie do. You don't believe me, watch the show as you receive the proof. Wisdom, happiness, love, and from me to you, she's a wonderful mother, very handsome too. And finding out your purpose, won't it feel great? Just practice what she preach, and then reveal faith. Wait, she'll show you where her faith moves. Things are gonna change soon, okay, we'll make room. Just keep focusing if you pass right, cause all them great days make up for them bad nights. Tomorrow's success comes from today's work. Grind non-stop, that's how the game works.
So one of our viewer questions was for you, Shanae, as far as what was your first step in getting your business started?
I guess it was trying to figure out how I was gonna market to people, and I basically went through my friends and family. I just kind of put free photo sessions out there, and it just kind of grew from there.
Okay. So offering some freebies up front to sort of get yourself started.
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Good concept. Good for you.
Thank you.
That's great. So one viewer had a question for you specifically, Rye, as well. You talk about your love for God a lot in your music, and your music is mainstream music because you've often said you don't want to be labeled, as a gospel artist or anything like that. So how do you stay true to the music because you're mainstream as far as continuing to have God in your lyrics?
Well, a wise man named Gandhi told me to be the change that I'm trying to see in the world. So that's pretty much just what my music is about. And it's really, my talent is really just a gift from God, because I want to be able to praise God, but not always make everything Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I don't want to beat people over the head with the Bible. So what I do is I take scriptures from the Bible and plug them into my songs. So as people recite my lyrics, they actually understand what it is they're saying, and subconsciously it gets in their mind.
Pretty
So
cool.
That's,
Pretty cool.
that's just what it is.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I actually have two role models. One is my Uncle Alan, and then the other one is my photography teacher, Wanahabi. Wanahabi is my role model because he taught me everything I know, and then my Uncle Alan is my role model because he's given me more advice as to how I can further.
Alright, so my two role models, number one is Bob Marley, because Bob Marley is always positive in his music. He puts all of his negativity to the side, and he was always positive no matter what. And it's like when you spread love and positivity at the same time, you also spread truth. And you know what I mean? So, and there's power in the tongue. So why would you use your tongue to kill people when you can actually person that I look up to because he went from a rapper to a reverend, and I just respect that, and it gives me hope towards my future. So yeah.
So I market my business by my t-shirts, and then I also do through friends and family and Instagram.
Okay. Social media.
Well, I market myself through Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp. You know, the list goes on. There's so many music sites. So all of those, I just do stuff like that. I throw parties, perform at parties. I put my music and stuff on clothing. I hand out CDs, flyers, everything. So just buzzing around the city, just really getting my name out there. Starting small, but eventually, the world will hear it. So just one step at a time.
So where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Born to Win Forever, BORN2, WINFOREVER. You can add me on Facebook, Ryan Salandy, or email me at ryansalandy@yahoo.com, or follow me on Twitter at RYNation, RYNATION.
And you, Shanae, where can we find you?
If you have any inquiries, you can email me at 311brand@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at the311 Roman numeral, or you can also follow me on Twitter at the same thing.
Okay, cool. So how do you put power in your purpose?
Well, there's power in the tongue, so I put purpose in the things that I say.
Awesome. And Shanae?
I put power in my purpose through my photography.
Great. I want to thank my two wonderful young dreamers for joining me here today. We're here at the wonderful Cafe Noir in Baltimore, Maryland. It has been a fun and awesome experience listening to both of you. I wish we could continue. More importantly, if you're a young dreamer, I hope you've enjoyed this segment. I think we were able to share some really interesting messages to you. And if you'd like to be on our segment, please reach out to us at puttingpowertv@gmail.com.
Made my way to a show. As I'm changing the globe, I made it my own. I'm great and I know. Now I'm ready to go. Motivation all over the coast. Got my faith in my soul. The greatness will grow. Now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now I'm ready to go.